I recently covered the three main subscriptions of consoles in the Nintendo Switch Online, PlayStation Plus, and the Xbox Game Pass. I mainly talked about why it's ridiculous that each of these are keeping online play behind their subscriptions, essentially forcing people to pay for a full subscription that they do not want just so they can play with their friends. This became my most viewed and liked video by miles, but what interests me the most were some of the comments. There were quite a few supporters of Game Pass, with a lot of disdain towards the other two. While I do understand why, in this video we will be looking at Microsoft's Game Pass specifically, and why it may be the only good option when it comes to game subscriptions. I will also be discussing why I think that it may be helping influence a decline in console gaming. As a quick recap, we will go over the four options. First is the Game Pass Core at $10 a month, which people essentially will pay for just to be able to play online. Second, there is a Game Pass Standard at $15 a month, giving access to the whole Game Pass library on Xbox consoles. Next is the PC Game Pass for $12 a month, where you get the Game Pass library on PC and access to day one games and an EA Play membership. Lastly, there is a Game Pass Ultimate, where you get all these features combined for $20 a month. Each of these subscriptions also offer additional deals and discounts on games. There are also full year subscriptions available for each of these as well, which come with a discount. Now that we are up to speed on all the offers, why would someone choose to pay for any of these? The first and foremost answer is probably for online play, but there are other reasons too. From first-hand comments on my last video, people like the option to try many different games for the $10 to $20 a month instead of having to pay a full $70-ish per game every time. It lets them experience games to find what they like and maybe find some hidden gems along the way. Then they are able to buy any of these games at a discounted price. This makes tons of sense and does save you a ton of money. However, I would argue that most people do not have the time to do this, so while it's convenient for some people, it just doesn't make sense for a lot more. If you don't have much time to game, you aren't getting around to very many games, and suddenly that monthly subscription starts adding up. In the end, it depends what type of gamer you are and what makes most sense for you. If you are a gamer that tends to jump from game to game, then Game Pass Standard or Ultimate is totally for you. But then there are also gamers that transition to PC when paid online subscriptions came out on their favorite consoles. Would PC Game Pass make any sense for them? Again, if you're one that likes to jump around and try a bunch of new games, this subscription could help you save a bit of money. But on the other hand, you are on a PC. You have many options, including Steam or GOG for your paid games, online emulators, and maybe just a little bit of The good thing about subscriptions like Game Pass is that you can pay per month. This means that you can try it out for relatively cheap, see if you like it, then decide if you want to keep paying for it or not. This is obviously more relevant to PC users due to Xbox users having to pay for it to be able to play online, but it is kind of the same idea when you're thinking about upgrading it. Many people also consider it to be the better subscription out of the three because it offers a larger, more diverse library of games, including exclusives and EA titles. Sony doesn't have as wide of a range of newer games that Microsoft offers. They have the edge on first-party new releases, as well as older PlayStation games, but they just don't have the quantity and quality to best Microsoft's Game Pass. Nintendo, on the other hand, just offers a little bit of content and relies on the allure of their older titles, essentially making you pay for a backwards compatibility subscription. They are the best deal here at only $20 a year, but again, they just don't offer the quantity and quality of content that Game Pass offers. Either subscription depends on what you're looking for, but only one works with your PC as well, which may be why Game Pass is much more favorable than the others. Another bonus of Game Pass is that in addition to the ability to play hundreds of games for just $20 a month, you also get a discount on just about every game. This is between 10 and 20% depending on how long the game has been on Game Pass, so if you buy at least 2 games at a 20% discount, you're already saving more money than your subscriptions cost. Like I said earlier, it all just depends on what type of gamer you are. There are other arguments that Game Pass may be hindering console sales. With many people thinking that Game Pass is the best subscription out there for gamers, and the fact that it is also available on PC, what exactly would be the motivation to buy the newest console? You could instead invest your money into a new PC if you don't already have one. You still get access to a lot of games offered on Xbox, and you even get all the same discounts. Personally, I think this is the best time to be transitioning to PC, just for this reason. You save money from not buying that new console, which kind of gives you a $400 to $500 buffer for PC parts. Then anything extra is building up the PC to be as good as you want it to be. Then, even if you don't want Game Pass, you can still get games by other means like I mentioned earlier. Even a good amount of PlayStation exclusives become available on PC as well, so there's little argument against getting a PC these days, aside from the upfront cost of it. And even then, cheap PCs are still fully capable of running a lot of the popular games out there. Also, I believe it's worth mentioning that you don't even need a console or PC to access Game Pass now. You can now easily get it on Amazon Fire TV devices, and all you have to do is hook up a controller and you're good to go. But anyways, I feel like I'm just rambling on at this point, so let me know what you think of Game Pass and if it's the best subscription out there, as well as why you think that way. Also, do you think that Game Pass is leading to the downfall of console gaming, or do you think it isn't a factor in it? Thank you for watching this video, and I hope to see you on the next one.